Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News. I'm Shamela Pullen. Here's what we have in the bulletin.
Cuban medics hailed by Jamaican officials. Schools continue to struggle months after Hurricane Melissa. And later in sports, Day 2 of Champs 2026 underway at the National Stadium.
Now the details. After years of dedicated service, Jamaican officials have expressed heartfelt gratitude to Cuban healthcare professionals. The health workers have played a critical role in strengthening Jamaica's healthcare system over the years. Antonia Atkinson has the details.
A sad day. That's how Health Minister Christopher Tufton described the occasion as he bid farewell to over 300 Cuban healthcare practitioners Tuesday afternoon at the Terra Nova All Suite Hotel. The send-off comes weeks after it was announced that the program in its current state will be discontinued, bringing to a close a more than 50-year partnership under the Cuban-Jamaican Medical Corporation program. Speaking at the function, Dr. Tufton emphasized that the government remains committed to preserving the long-standing partnership with Cuba.
I would, however, like to use the opportunity on behalf of the government of Jamaica and indeed the members of the health fraternity, Ministry of Health and Wellness, to say this is not the end of the road for our relationship. And we do believe, we are confident that we will find a way to continue our partnerships, to continue our friendships, and to continue in the interest of service, indeed, to Jamaicans.
The Cuban doctors at the St. Joseph Hospital Eye Clinic worked their last full week on March 21. The minister noted that while the transition is difficult, he reiterated that the government will continue to explore options to ensure access to critical services and to maintain cooperation.
We do hope that we will get to a point where an agreement, an understanding can be reached. I would like to say to you that I spoke yesterday with your Minister of Health. We had a long meeting on the Zoom, he in Havana, us in Jamaica. It was a good conversation, and there's a commitment to continue the dialogue.
In the meantime, different language but the same heart. Those were the sentiments shared by a Cuban doctor in attendance as she reflected on her experience working in Jamaica.
Thank you, the two governments, for the opportunity to work together, Jamaicans and Cubans. We have different language, but the same heart, and the same wish for our people, the same wish to be held in our people. Cuban and Jamaican for many years are together, and we will be together for many years more. We are sure that all this situation have the solution.
She added that the Cuban doctors will always cherish the opportunity to serve on the island, describing their time here as both professionally rewarding and personally meaningful.
We work very hard for all the parties has our agreement, our help in many institutions, in the primary care, in the hospital, in the lab, national lab, in different parts of Jamaica, and you will in our heart.
Antonia Atkinson, TVJ News.
6 employees at the Fusion call center in St. Andrew were rushed to hospital this morning. This following exposure to chemical at the facility. According to TVJ News, at least one individual is experiencing serious complications. Preliminary information suggests the incident may have been triggered during the installation of a mat inside the building, which reportedly caused the chemical reaction. From the legal recognition of e-signatures in contracts to guidelines for protecting digital records, the full implementation of the Electronic Transactions Act takes effect today. Speaking at Wednesday's post-cabinet press briefing, Minister responsible for efficiency, innovation and digital transformation, Audrey Marks, shared details.
This establishes that the government of Jamaica standard governing of the lawful, secure, and auditable use of electronic signatures and electronically signed records in the conduct of official business. In accordance with the Electronic Transactions Act, a signature or record shall not be denied legal effect solely because it is in an electronic form. The primary objectives of the policy are to establish a standardized, risk-based framework for the use of electronic signatures, promote authentication, integrity and accountability and auditability of electronic transactions, improve efficiency, business continuity, and reduce reliance on paper-based processes, ensure alignment with the Electronic Transactions Act and related legislative requirements.
Business owners and customers operating in downtown Kingston will soon see improvements. This following renewed efforts by the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation to tackle long-standing issues in the commercial district. Alia Bryant has the details.
The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, KSAMC, recently met with business operators along Orange Street in downtown Kingston, where concerns about limited parking, waste management, and general accessibility were brought to the forefront. City Inspector Alric Francis announced a pilot project set to begin on April 1, aimed at easing those challenges, with waste management identified as the most pressing concern.
3 holding areas for garbage will be assigned on Orange Street, and business will be assigned to these holding areas. What we're trying to eliminate is where the business operators have been putting out their garbage on the sidewalk, and we know the nuisance that all of that entails. We're trying to eliminate that where we have holding areas, so it is easier for solid waste to come, know that they're going to this location, move garbage, and then we will also maintain the area by sweeping it.
The Jamaica Constabulary Force is set to play a critical role in improving traffic flow in the area, with increased management expected to improve parking conditions.
When it comes on to our delivery services, we have been faced with some challenges with the police and other persons on the ground. So hearing that the KSAC is now implementing these features along Orange Street is encouraging.
And the chairman of the KSAMC, Andrew Swaby, says for there to be full compliance, everyone will have to play their part.
We're going to take a collaborative approach. It takes with the KSAMC, the business community, the vendors, the police, the National Solid Waste Management Authority, the recycling companies. It has to take that a collaborative approach for us to, and the patrons.
Alia Bryant, TVJ News.